by the crepe myrtle radishes grew in the garden soil. Around all of the seedlings, the beetles and ladybugs would toil. The radishes grew beyond sprouts. They formed into red bulbs under dirt mounds. The radishes grew leaves of thick green. They were the prettiest ever to be seen. Then one day the gardener came outside to look at his garden. The dry skies above filled the gardener's head with doubts. To the gardener's surprise, there stood long leafy stalks larger than life in size. The gardener carefully looked them all over and found one radish, small and crying, not growing much but trying. "What's wrong?" the gardener asked the small radish. "I'm too small, I can't grow. Even though I try, it just won't show." The gardener bent down and said, "Don't worry, little radish. You'll see. In time you'll grow big and strong, like your sisters next to you, lined up in rows of 3. Thank you, you are kind. The best in me only you can find." The gardener smiled and said, "You're a sweet radish, I'll call you Blair. You have a lot to give, much to share." Blair grew big and strong. She was the biggest radish in the garden by far and long. Next to her grew her little sister. She was much smaller and weak. Not much to look at, only a peak. Blair's sister was not red like all of the other radishes, but they shared a link, which was 2 roots and a ladybug, so Blair named her sister Pink. The 2 sisters grew together. They shared their soil, roots, and water. They got along through rain, sunshine, and any kind of weather. One day, Pink noticed her sister drinking all of her water and blocking her sun. Pink thought that it was then and there that she would tell her sister what she had done. "Blair," Pink said to her sister, "you've taken my water and sunlight's share, and in my opinion, and no one else's, I don't think that you're being fair." Blair looked down from her stately mound and said, "Sister, you claim that I have not been fair, and that I have been taking all of your sunlight and water's share. But I need that water. The warm sun above grows hotter." The gardener walked up and said, "That's true, Blair, but it's rude not to share. For all living things must be allowed fruit to bear. Just as many before you, your time in the soil has come to an end. You must come with me, for there are weeds around your sisters I must yet attend." Blair took one last look around and said, "If this must be, will I again behold my sisters in rows of 3? The gardener smiled and nodded. Everyone will see one another again, when one day ends and a new one starts to begin. And with that said, Blair left. She took her roots and memories only, leaving her sisters lonely. After a day of rain and a day of sun, Pink and the other radishes looked over at the soil where Blair's roots had run. They saw a little sprout, a tiny 2-leaf tree, a radish yet to be.